Okay, I'm gonna shoot a little video again. I like to do these once in a blue moon because, damn, I'm wide awake at like 8:30 in the morning. So, I took a delivery this morning already, which wasn't bad. So, but hey, I figured I'm up. Let's just cruise around. So, yeah, I'm getting weird feelings again, but I don't want them, and I know how to like deter myself from doing what I want to do. Yeah, one of my exes has really been talking to me like the last few days. I told him, I said, hey, by the way, I'm divorced fully as of June 18th, yada yada yada. Took him a couple weeks to respond to the message. Now all of a sudden we're talking almost every other day, and I'm like, dude, I want nothing to do with you. You literally told me I was crazy when I was in the damn mental hospital. That was freaking insane. And you knew I'd lost it before anything else. Blocked me. After I asked him, I told him, just drop my vehicle off at where I'm at, and you can Uber to wherever you need to, whatever, I don't care. I'm like, I need to get home. I'm not going to have somebody drive me back to my place because I know it's a 2-hour trip. And I know I have iPass, and I know I have this, I know I have that. And I can do the trip on my own. I know how to drive. Put into my navigation system where I gotta go. I get to my house. Got to my house that day when they drove me to my house. Got to my house, got to my car. Everything had been cleared off. My little tracks was done up to Toy Story. It was too cute. I even had the skull devil horns on it too. Can't find that. You cannot find that. I had to look for that on Amazon, because that is going to be one thing that I do want to get back onto my car. I also need to get the Leviathan cross because I had it on the tracks at one point too. He didn't. It was way after he destroyed my tracks. Like, my neighbor didn't even know that was my car sitting there. They thought that somebody had just abandoned a car on my property and walked away from it. Like, the key was in the car, so the car could have been stolen at any point in time. I wouldn't have even known that. So I went to the house and I'm like looking for the key, and I'm like, where's the key at? Looking for all my other keys. Couldn't find a damn thing because Jeremy had stolen the truck key, and he'd stolen the truck key and the Pacifica key at the same time. Only key he left me was my car key, because quote unquote his lawyer told him to go get the shit from my house because I was in the mental institution. And the fucked up part is I ended up getting my Chrysler key back. Yeah, that's what the fucked up part was. Because, Stacey had to have my key to drive the car to work because she needed my car to go to work. But according to Jeremy, she never drove the car. So why was her information in my car? Why was everything in her on my car? Oh, I did that. She did that. You taught her how to do that. That was my car. It's always been my car. Day one, that has been my car. And I told him I'd get my van back. Got my van back. Anyway, whole nother story. Because I know we've gone over that a couple times. But anyway, so you were not there when I turned. Like, people do that shit. Pisses me off. Like, you see somebody turning, you just keep coming. Like, I look both directions, and nobody there. And all of a sudden, you're right there. So where the fuck did you come from? I did that yesterday in Walmart. The woman saw me coming and just opted to keep going, so. Times. So anyway, yeah. With David, like I said, he had destroyed the tracks completely. My neighbor didn't even realize it was my car. She goes, we just saw the car pull up and didn't even see him get out of it. According to Jeremy, he saw the car because he had been going to the house while I was in the mental institution to check up on the dogs to make sure they were okay. And I'm like, you were never at the house because I would have got the notifications that you were at the house. No notifications came telling me that he was at the house. Like, nothing. Like, I got the one notification that he came there the one time. That was it. He's like, oh no, I was always there. I'm like, no, you weren't. I knew you were never there. Like, he doesn't realize I have proof that he was never at my house. But, you know, it is what it is. It's the past, and at this point in time, downtown is, like, usually more busier. I know it's like 8:35 in the morning, but downtown is usually more busier in the morning with, like, tourists walking up and down, but because tourist season's over with and we're, like, in the dead portion until, like, November, like, end of October, beginning of November, prices will go back up because that's the on season again. But yeah, like, it is dead out here. Like, dead. But like I was saying, yeah, the vehicle was fully destroyed. And he's like, well, I'm scraping off everything. I'm like, no, you're not going to scrape off everything. You can always... He's like, well, I'm taking off certain... I'm like, okay, you can take this off, you can take that off, but don't take everything else off. He destroyed my car, leaving all the stuff on my car to just sit there and congeal on the car. And I told him, I said... And when I got the car back, I said, you destroyed my car. No, I didn't. I told you when I took it over, I was taking everything off. I'm like, no, you told me you were taking certain things off. Destruction of my car is not what you were supposed to do. He goes, well, it was my car, and I didn't want that on there. I said, technically, I'm the legal owner of the car. I preferred it to be that way. You could take certain stuff off, but if, God forbid, you're in a parking lot and there's 6 other Traxxas in the parking lot that look exactly like mine, you ain't gonna find it. That's why I always have stuff on my cars, so I can find my car. But hey, it is what it is. It's been destroyed. It's no longer in my possession. It's long gone. And Jeremy's like, oh yeah, he goes, I saw your tracks. I said, when? He goes, I came there. He goes, apparently David had just dropped it off, and he's like, I just missed him by a matter of minutes. I'm like, okay. So, he's like, yeah, I saw that your tracks was destroyed. He goes, I didn't have the heart to tell you it was destroyed. I figured you figured out when you got home from the hospital. I'm like, motherfucker, you couldn't even access me in the hospital. You had no access to me. I said, I'm the only one. I said, I've had the access to myself. I said, nobody had access to me. He was the only one who had access to me. I said he only had access even at the hospital that I had been admitted to for when I tried to kill myself. So, he's like, yeah, they're the ones who told me where you were going. I said, they had no right to release that information. I still need to find out how I can go about getting that done. I need to look that up today, too. I got a couple things I need to look into. I need to look into the Chicago Bar Association, Illinois Bar Association. That's what I need to look into for finding out who I can go about suing. Chrysler, Mopar, whoever the hell. Chrysler, I don't know who the hell it is. Stellantis. I know it's Stellantis now. But I need to find out how I can go about getting a lawsuit done against them for not releasing safety information to Chrysler owners for certain accidents. Because I should have had an airbag go off in that car, and I had none. So I'm trying to steer away from Chrysler products, Stellantis products at this point. But if I end up with one, I don't care at this point. That's kind of why I'm heading more toward like Nissan, if I can. It's just a matter of what they'll approve me for and what I have to put down. I mean, I could probably manage 6 this week. Maybe 7 for a down payment. But I'm trying to figure out what I can do. Because I need to still submit applications for apartments to out here to start being able to move and get in by the end of September, beginning of October at this point. So, and then of course I need to get a job so I can pay full October's rent too. Unless I borrow whatever my October rent is from somebody and then tell them I'll pay them back. So I've been trying to keep everything in a positive at this point so I can legitimately be able to move shortly here. And because like I said, with me, I have to fly out to Chicago to grab all my stuff and then rent a moving truck to bring it all back to Texas, which means like all boxes, all that stuff has to go toward the back end of the moving truck, where like bigger items have to go toward the back end of the moving truck, and then like smaller bags and everything have to go up to the front end of the moving truck. But I have to also access Jeremy's storage unit and close out mine. And then when I close out mine, I'll just call and be like, hey, by the way, I moved out. Here's the 30-day notice I'm moving out. I will just expand the 30-day to the following month. Like, I'll just say, hey, I'm moving out October 10th. Moved out September 10th. So I'll just go the extra time. And we're good. I don't even think they know what's going on over there because nobody has, like, been there for almost a year. And that's kind of sad to say. So when I'm out there, I'll see what's going on this week too. But yeah, like downtown is dead today. It's dead all over. Shit. But it's morning, so hopefully I can get some afternoon stuff and start loading onto what I've got going on here. But yeah, I gotta go back to the room. I gotta figure out how I can renew my license. Otherwise, I knew I can go get it done in Oregon if need be. I know I can probably go get it done in the Rockford location too. And then, of course, I got to start getting stuff set up so that way I can have everything transferred back out to my old address in Illinois. And then eventually set up residency out here. So my husband's like, oh, all your mail's coming back this Sunday. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you're getting everything's going back. He goes, according to them, because I'm getting emails saying all your mail's going back. I'm like, dude, what the hell? No, you're not. Nobody understands. My ex-husband can come up with the most bullshit and lie in the world and stick with it for weeks. Then he wonders why I fuck with his mind. 15 fucking years of mind fuck. He had me in my best years. Everybody else is getting me in my worst now that I've become a bitch.